Okay, so Lucia banner should be going in a couple of hours, depends on when you're watching this video, when this video is published as well, and which server you are playing. This basically means that it's time for me to make the Shujupu video, a video that I always love to make here on the channel, where I go over the new banner cycle that is going to be available. You know, in this case, I'm talking about Yidhari, Ju Fufu, and also a little bit about the A-ranks, because I feel that they have a really important thing to talk about, you know, something that a lot of people end up doing. Each player is different, each account is different, so I like to make these videos talking a little bit about these agents, the value that they can provide for your account, and also showcasing some numbers for you in case you need to make sure that you're getting the right idea, if you need to get the signatures, if you need to get both agents, if you need to get another premium something, all these things, you know, consider so you can get the best value out of your pools. This video is of course aimed mostly for the free-to-play players, or players that just like to saving and getting the best possible picks for their account. So in the case you are a waifu gamer, then pretty much you're not getting a lot of things here. I can't help you with this video, but I know something that can definitely help you. Listen, we both know how important it is when it comes to saving money on these gacha games, and that's where LDShop comes in. LDShop.gg is a top-up platform that offers massive discounts and good prices for a lot of different games, including Zenless on Zero. All you need is your server and the UID, and you're good to go. You just select what you want to buy, fill up everything here, you press top up, and then you're going to get a confirmation detail page. Make sure everything here is correct, because of course you want to get your polychromes and your internet membership, right? You just wait a little bit and your polychromes are going to be delivered to your account that fast. Look at this. And you know there's double top-up bonuses that you get on the first time you buy one of those monochrome packs. LDShop got you covered because they can trigger the double top bonus for you. And the best part is that whenever you spend $80 in a single month, you get a coupon that allows you to get one of those monthly memberships for free, even in an internet membership, as you can see right here. Register your account using my link down in the description and you get a 15 and a 5% coupon that allows you to save up to $50. So stop wasting time and start saving money using LDShop. Thanks LDShop for sponsoring this video. So first, let's talk about Yidhari, since she's the new character, a Rupture Ice DPS. A pretty solid Ice DPS with a different gameplay. A lot of players say they don't like it because, oh my god, it feels too slow. I always feel that I'm going to die because I'm at low HP. The more you play with her, you realize that she's probably never going to die because you just have so much healing on your whole kit. Overall, I love her gameplay style. It's way different. It's definitely slow. It's meant to feel slow, but you can see the damage. It's fun. I like the way you play with her. But sadly, I think that it's really important to say that Yidhari might be the easiest skip in the game. And it pains me to say this. I am skipping her, just so you know. I have a really specific reason, which came from the 2.3 special program. I'm just going to leave this clip here so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. It's impossible for me. Who was that? Who? Yo! But hold up, who was that? The first one, I want to know. Listen, I have no idea who was the first girl. I'm getting her. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm skipping Yidhari. There are some other reasons as well. I mentioned this in another video. It's really sad that Yidhari is competing with two Void Hunters, you know, because if you're talking about Rupture agents, well, there's already a Void Hunter Rupture, you know, Yishuan. And when it comes to Ice, well, we have Miyabi as well, which is another Void Hunter. And you guys are probably ready to say, oh, but the devs keep making bosses that are made to counter Miyabi, and yes, you're totally right. But let's be honest here. Wandering Hunter is made to shield Rupture agents, not specifically Yidhari, you know, because all the buffs, they are going to work only for Rupture agents. Wandering Hunter even gets increased defense while in the miasmas, so all these things definitely slow down your damage if you're not a Rupture agent, and the buffs, they are not going to increase your damage as well if you're not a Rupture agent. So at the end, it's a boss to shield Rupture, not necessarily Yidhari herself, you know. But since it's an Ice Wake boss, guess what? Yes, you can brute force with Miyabi. Even though it has increased anomaly buildup, you can still get your 3-star clear here without any problems, you know. This gameplay that you're looking at the background, this is a Mindscape Zero Miyabi with the signature engine. This is also Yuzuha using her signature engine as well. So for cost, if you like to use the cost system, I don't like to use it. I know that there are other players that can definitely push higher scores or even use different teams. But the point is that Miyabi is an Ice character and she's definitely going to benefit from all the damage that you can get on Wandering Hunter, you know. So at the end, It feels really sad to say this, but the competition is pretty strong. The competition is really good. So Yidhari is sadly the easiest skip ever. However, I do want to point one thing that I feel that a lot of players kind of forget about it. That ZZZ is a game where you kind of play the characters, you know? It's not about just pulling characters because they are really strong. It's not about just pulling characters because big number goes boom. You know, you need to play the characters here. There are a lot of players that say, I find Miyabi really boring to play. There are players that look at me and say, oh, I find Yishuan really boring to play. All these things are things that you need to keep in mind. I can tell you, hey, I just get Yidhari instead. Test her yourself, either on the threshold simulation where she's available. There's also the photo event. You can also test her a little bit there. There's going to be a trial mode once she releases with more information, tutorial and stuff, you know. So test her a little bit. Maybe you like her gameplay more than you like Miyabi and things like this. If you like the gameplay, you don't have a rupture, you don't have an ice character, or maybe you just have the extra pulls, go for her, you know? No reason to get a character just because it is strong if you don't like playing it, you know? Personal experience here, every single time that I do this, oh, I'm only going to get this character because it's really strong and things like this. If I don't like the gameplay, I end up burning out from the game and eventually I even drop the game for like a few months or something. So if you like the gameplay, if you like the character, you have the spare pulls, go ahead. But in terms of value for your account, the truth is that you're not getting anything new here. You know, we have better options outside of Yidhari if you're looking to get the best possible numbers and stuff for your account, you know. One thing that I give some credit to her is that she's actually kind of free-to-play friendly, because the best stunner is not even a premium stunner or a limited stunner. The best stunner for Yidhari is actually Lycan. Okay, here I did some calculations, really quick calculations. All of these tests are not even using the signature engine or these agents. Wait, I forgot to hide the chat. These tests are using Steam Oven on all these characters, so it's basically just the buffs from the agent themselves, you see. Honestly, I feel that the main issue with Ju Fufu is not even that, oh, she's just giving damage and crit damage for your Yidhari. Is that simply the gameplay doesn't feel that good with Ju Fufu, because Ju Fufu is an off-field stunner. She provides good days, good buffs from outside of the field. You don't need to do anything. But the main issue is that Yidhari animations are quite long and slow, and if you have someone to quick swap in between these long animations, like Lycan, for example, Lycan provides massive buffs for ice characters. You have a really good free-to-play option. Lucia is still pretty much the best option, but, well, you can definitely go for Pun if you're more free-to-play, you decided to skip. Yidhari Pun is also going to be available as an A rank here. And the signature engine is kind of like a must. I'm going to leave a clip here from my guide where I showcase the damage difference on the engines. And that's a really sad point for every single Rupture character where you pretty much want to get the signature engine as well. Because the problem is that all the signature engines so far, they're basically, oh, a lot of HP, crit rate for you, and attribute sheer damage. All of the engines so far, they give like specific attribute damage for your character. And the thing about sheer damage is that it's really strong. It's a different multiplier. This is not damage, this is sheer damage, which means it multiplies with the damage multiplier as well. All of the Rupture agents, they have this thing where the signature is a must pull. It sucks a little bit, so maybe Yidhari can end up taking a lot of your pulls if you want to get the best out of her. But yeah, that's basically everything about Yidhari. That TLDR is easiest to skip, unless you like the gameplay, or maybe you like the character and you have the spare pulls, and that's it. Okay, and now let's talk a little bit about Ju Fufu. I don't want to extend that much because I feel that the main point of the video is definitely Yidhari. You know, Ju Fufu is a solid stunner, off-field stunner, really generic. For me, for example, I do have Ju Fufu, but the problem with my account is that I basically had no stunners before Ju Fufu, you know. Besides the A ranks and the standard stunners, I only have Ju Fufu and Lighter. Like, I got Lighter, but Lighter only works for fire and ice characters. And like, even for Rupture agents, sometimes you end up not using Lighter because, well, you don't have access to damage numbers. You know, Yidhari is kind of the exception here. Monota, for example, you kind of lose a lot of value if you're not activating the additional ability on Lighter, you know. A lot of players were like saying that Ju Fufu is basically the Rupture stunner. I disagree. I don't think that she's the Rupture stunner by herself. She's just a really generic one. She works with everyone. Either you are an attacker, either you are Rupture, because the thing is that all of her buffs works for every single crit-based character, you know. A lot of crit damage. If you're using King of the Summit, this is a total of 80% crit damage for your DPS. You also have extra damage on your chain attacks and ultimates. And on top of this, the extra decibel generation, this is something that is really hard to evaluate when it comes to calculations, but this is a huge quality of life, you know, because sometimes these extra decibels that you can save for the first stun window can guarantee that on the next stun window, this is extra 1,000, 1,300 extra decibels that you can get out of Ju Fufu. It kind of helps you achieve the second ultimate faster, you know. For Yishuan, for example, this is a massive difference because you're basically generating a total of 600 decibels on every single stun window, assuming that you're using both ultimates, you know. So there are characters that can make a lot of use of this, but the thing is that Ju Fufu is just a generic stunner. For me, this is perfect. I love flexibility. You know, I also love the character. Ju Fufu is a really amazing character for me. So if you're looking for a generic stunner, Ju Fufu is a pretty solid pick. There is a huge issue though. Dialing. You know, the same reason why I'm skipping Yidhari, by the way. The good news is that for every single second half of any patch, you can basically just wait for the special program. Instead of spending your pulls on Ju Fufu day 1, you just wait for the special program because dialing is right there. You just wait for it, see what she's going to do, and then you can decide, oh, maybe Ju Fufu is better for my account, maybe dialing is going to be better for my account, you know. And after making your decision, you spend your pulls or save your pulls or wait for the next banner or anything like this, you know. About the signature engine, it's basically pretty mid. You definitely don't need the signature engine to get the maximum possible crit damage potential on her. You also don't need to chase the maximum 3400 attack on Ju Fufu, okay? You can leave it with a lower attack value. You're going to lose some crit damage, but it's totally fine, you know. The signature engine is definitely an easy skip. You don't need it by any means. You can use things like Fossilize Core, you can use things like Hellfire Gears, Restrained, anything that just provides extra attack for you, some days potential, it's totally fine, you know. You definitely don't need to get the signature engine for some extra days. The days potential on this one's pretty good, but it's not worth your pulls, okay? And just talk a little bit about the A ranks, both Paninhu and Pukra. They are really good, okay? Pan is basically the A-rank version of Lucia, which was available on the other side of the banner, you know, so in case you decided to skip Lucia, you can get extra Pan copies on this second half, you know. And Pukra is a pretty generic stunner, really good as well, but you pretty much want to get the Mindscape 6 before using her. Before Mindscape 6 is pretty much useless, because she's only going to increase the damage of Aftershocks, but don't pull on any banner because of the A ranks. Please don't make this mistake, okay? If you're pulling something, pull for the S ranks available, because the worst thing you can do is spending your pulls trying to get copies of Paninhu, trying to get copies of Pukra. You never know if you're actually going to hit these characters or not. Because if you're following the channel for a while, you probably know how bad it was for me to get my Mindscape 6 Monato. Monato is right now at Mindscape 5. I'm missing a single copy, but this is the free one from the event that I still need to do, and I'm going to have my Mindscape 6. But I had to do like 140, 130 pulls just to get my Mindscape 5 Monato. I think that it was even more than this, actually, you know, because I lost the 50. I got Lucia on hard pity. I kept going. I lost the 50 for Koleda, and I had to do another 20 pulls, I think, after this, just to get my Mindscape 5 Monato. So at the end, you're probably going to spend a lot of pulls trying to get extra copies from A rank, and you have no idea which one you're going to hit. It could be Pan, it could be Pukra. Maybe you're looking to get Mindscape 6 Pan, and you only hit Pukra. Maybe you're looking to get Mindscape 6 Pukra, and you only hit Pan. So genuinely, don't pull on any banner for the A rank options. High likely that you're going to be really disappointed, you know. Whoever think that getting Mindscape 6 of A ranks are easier just because they are A ranks, that's not what happens, okay? So yeah, this should be everything regarding these agents, and I hope this video could help you understand a little bit about the value these agents can provide for your account. The basic TLDR, in case you decided to skip here to the end of the video, or yeah, maybe a little bit too much and you can't even remember what I said, you know. Yidhari may be the easiest skip of the game, which is really sad because, well, both Miyabi and Yishuan exists, but if you like the gameplay, if you like the character, and you have their spare pulls, feel free to get her. And Ju Fufu is a really good generic stunner. If you need a stunner that works everywhere, then she's a good option. But Dialing is on the next patch, and you can always wait for the special program to get more information about her before deciding to spend your pulls. And for the A-ranks, don't ever pull on any banner just because of A-ranks unless you're ready to spend a lot of pulls, because you never know what the hell you're going to hit on these banners, okay? So keep all of this in mind. Let me know your pull plans in the comments down below, and that's it. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. See you next time.